Good morning, friends, and welcome to the session. Can you hear my audio loud and clear? Fine, I got a yes check from Madhur Ame. So now it makes lots of sense for us to analyze the daily chart. Nifty hit the low over here and it has rallied. Now this rise for the last 3 days. So Friday was more of a very sideways trading session, has brought us into this resistance level. So there is a gap. So it's a 70-point resistance. So do expect market to find resistance around this level. And this high becomes very crucial. Why? Because posting this high over here, Nifty made a low over here, high over here, again a low. So as far as daily trend is considered, it changed to down, but the weekly is strongly up. So any downtrend on the daily will be considered as a corrective decline. So now, if Nifty breaks this high, the trend will be considered sideways. But let's see how it navigates this resistance level. Okay. Because on the downside, it has created lots of support level itself in terms of this gap over here. So basically, we can say going forward, we have a choppy and a sideways markets. So now let me remove all and plot this. So this will be the focused resistance. And repeatedly, we can see a test of this. Only a break above this changes the, then we can conclude that the corrective decline is over. And we had seen right from this low, Nifty had taken support at the 20-day moving average. So let's go and plot it. So for a brief period of time over here, it violated the 20 and again rallied. And throughout this rally, the 20-day has provided us the support level. Again at this point, 20 DMA, it rallied. Fine. So now over here, it closed below that, it closed below. Then we had a spike up, we are seeing up. Fine. So are we going to repeat this? For that, we need either break of this high. If this high is not being breached, then we can see Nifty breaking the last low. And at least in the short term, the momentum for the market we can consider is over. Right? So we have closed above the 20-day. So for the support level, the 20-day is around 11,426, and it is around the Friday's low, we can say, just 20 points above that. So the range for the market, as far as for day trading is considered, is the 20-day on the downside and the gap on the upside. Right? So that way, market is in a very compact range as far as trading is concerned. And for the further strength for the markets, we need to see this resistance taken out. This resistance, once taken out, breaks the sequence of lower highs. It has yet not done it. So once this high gets taken out, then we can say the last low is a confirmed support. Fine. Any correction should hold here. Right now, we can't say that because it is a low, high, low, and if this high is not crossed, we reverse. So that's more of a swing trading setup for the next 4, 5, or 10 days. Right? So as a day trader, this doesn't come into picture for us. So we'll be focused on the 20-day on the downside on the Nifty and the resistance. Let's check out for Bank Nifty. Now, Bank Nifty has breached the 20-day and it is trading below that. So banks are weaker than Nifty. See, one of the main reason is everybody has waited for banks so long. So nobody wants to take a call as far as the banking stocks are concerned. The main issue there is of the NPA, the loan moratorium, and all. So far, none of the banks have disclosed that. But now we are into September. So this month end, the September quarter results will banks have to disclose the NPAs, the loan moratoriums, all the figures which the markets wanted will be disclosed in the quarterly results. So that's what how we can conclude that smart money or strong money is unlikely to come in the banking stocks. If somebody has waited so long in the bank, so he will wait for another, let's say 15 days to see all the facts and figures regarding the loan moratorium. So that will keep for the next 15 days Bank Nifty into this range. Right? So post that only we can say whether Bank Nifty will hit this low or break this high, which is at 200-day moving average. So if somebody has waited for so long to take a call on the banking stocks, he's going to wait for another 15 days. So you'll have a choppy trading markets out there as far as Bank Nifty is concerned. But I don't feel any serious amount of buying or selling will come in the Bank Nifty. So it will just stagnate around those levels. And volatility in Bank Nifty is always there because intraday moves itself are 500 points. And if you notice, Bank Nifty is now facing what we call typically a price congestion. So it's at 20 and 50. When it's trading between 20 and 50, 200 days way up. So the way the 20-day average is a support on Nifty. So this is 20-day average on Bank Nifty. That is going to act as a resistance. So we have seen bank makes a big component as far as the weightage of the Nifty is concerned. Market moved up backed by Reliance and IT stocks. Right? So banking will continue to remain a drag. And for the last two trading sessions, we are seeing identical highs in Bank Nifty. It made a high over here and it made a high over here. So today it's ripe for a breakout trade, which means if last 2 days highs taken out, we can see an uptick in Bank Nifty till the around the levels of 20-day, and it is whipsawing intraday what the 50-day average. So Just drop so now you see when the averages, it could be a 10, 20 or a 50. When prices comes and trade your averages on an intraday, those averages itself becomes your study as far as your trade setup is concerned. See, when prices were rallying this high, none of the averages were there. So we didn't pay that close attention to the averages, right? We just focus on a 15 minutes charts or a 5 minutes or a 60 minutes and took a trade. The reason I opened the daily charts is just to see the sequence of the average and whether the current price is trading at the average or around the averages or not. Right? So Bank Nifty is very clear. Last 2 days high taken out. You can see an upswing intraday, and the line which I have drawn in the middle is around the 50-day. If it is breaking the 50-day average, you are seeing a intraday dip. So this probably is likely to continue. So let's say which side it breaks. So there, so Bank Nifty is poised that it's more of a taking a breakout trades. And here, if it's breaking the low, you will see a price range breakout on the upside or a downside, or a 5 or a 15 minutes average crossover. Based on that, you can take a trade on the index. So both Bank Nifty and Nifty is so now let's remove everything and prepare our charts for the day to day. And then we'll move on to some of the stocks. So we go to 60. So this is the gap I was talking about. So let's take this entire as a resistance. See, why did Bank Nifty hit this low and rallied? Over here only, you have the 20-day moving average. And then you have the support level over here. Why this is a support? Because it dropped and then you had a big ERC. But just shade above that, I was noticing it on Friday also. You had this thing. So on a 15 minutes, it was a rally, then a two red candles. See, always, if you have two here and in between doji candles, they always tend to be the support levels, right? So again, Bank Nifty, this I would consider as a support. Right? And the second one is way down over here. Let me take this one. And this is the resistance. So now we check whether, as far as location is concerned, where the support and resistance are coming. The second support is coming at 78 ATR and the resistance at 22. So the location is right as far as the support resistance is concerned. So this was Nifty. So repeatedly it tested. And always mark this: a big ERC, a pause by a doji candle or an NRC narrow range candle, then again a ERC. That itself becomes a support. So it hit once, gave you that 30-40 point, second time it closed here. Right? Let's then go to Bank Nifty. So the lines which we have drawn over here are from our daily chart, and this is the 50. So we saw it's breaking 50, a decline is coming, it's breaking 50, a decline is coming. 20-day, it is acting as a resistance. Let's take 60 minutes. We always start with daily, go to 60. Right? So this resistance, which is exactly around the 20-day, it fell, came here, fell, came here. And as far as support is concerned, it is way down here only. So twice it is. So now it has to either break this or this. resistance or the support. So then the next resistance, it declined from this level. Let me remove all and withdraw solution. So this is the support level. This is the first resistance around the 20-day. Then it declined from here. Above this, it declined from here. The nearest one, we take this as a resistance. So now let's go and check the location. For this, location is right because around 78, if there is a support, if it hits this, you do see an intraday bounce. Fine. And the resistance is coming to around 180R and 22. So even if this breakout happens, you don't have much. Yeah, but still again, 100 odd points are there to be made in Bank Nifty. So then you focus on your banking stocks. And now I got some WhatsApp regarding lots of grads have posted me what happens regarding this large cap, mid cap, micro cap fight. So let's see whether some selling comes or not in the large cap. Some portfolio shift has to be done in terms of mutual fund scheme and stuff like that. Right? So that is something playing on everybody's mind today. But I don't think that amount is very huge in terms of a very big impact on the marketplace. If somebody is following that, he can just put it in the chat so I can disclose that to all. But for me, it's just sentiments out there. So let's just pause for a while at the open and see how the large cap stocks are behaving and then take a call. So that way, as far as our setups, both on Nifty and Bank Nifty is concerned, we have made and kept it. So there is no change in even your 60 minutes, 15 minutes. Another stock which I was finding interesting was AstraZeneca today. So this is the company which is making the COVID vaccine to the Oxford. And it is not a day trading stocks, but at times you can day trade the stocks. It hit a circuit over here, opened up along with, there was a strong market that day and decline. This decline came when the news came that in UK, they have stopped the test of COVID vaccine because some complications came in some patients. And yesterday they are saying that again the test have started. But prices didn't fall, it went range bound. And it's a low volume stock, but the liquidity is good. I was watching it on a 5-minute charts. It is showing good move like 20-50 rupees, sort of a move every 5 minutes, right? And no harm in trading this stock. So if I take this entire is a consolidation. Now I'm on a 5 minutes, right? 1 second. So this entire is a long consolidation in a Friday. When and we have seen that it's for other stocks also, that if some of the stocks which have spent the entire trading day, previous trading day into consolidation. So once it's consolidation, we don't know whether it's accumulation or a distribution. If it breaks this high, we can conclude it's accumulation. If it breaks this low, we can say it's a distribution, right? So around this level, which is 4050, and your stop loss will be around 50 points over here. So if since it's a 4,000 rupees stock, your stop losses will be big, fine. So I just drop horizontal line. So keep a watch on this. So let me just check the volume. Uh, okay, since market is closed, it's not showing volume. I'll just go. And when you are trading such mid-cap stocks, or small, like it's not a mid-cap stock. Yeah, it's a neither it's a large cap. So volumes are 1200. See, there are 50, 60, 100 shares, right? During the close 2000 shares. If I check the daily volume, here it had some big volume of 11 lakhs, otherwise it's 95,000. So yeah, so since the volume is there, you can't buy 1,000, 2,000, but as a day trader, since you can treat it like an index, uh, because such stocks, I have seen that either the buying comes or the selling comes. So then your targets get met in a very quick period of time. Right? And since our stocks are not actively traded, that says that the breakouts which happens are very swift. Because just keep a watch on AstraZeneca today. Clear everybody? Because somewhat we can say the sentiments have changed for this stock as far as day trading is concerned. And keep a watch on this because 5 minutes, the 5 minute bars are very clean. So in spite of volume not being there, the liquidity is good, which means buying and selling is happening throughout the day. It's not that there are some big gaps on the 5 minutes chart. It's not illiquid. It's liquid. Only thing is, since it's a 4,000 rupees stock, the volume is, the absolute volume is less. If you multiply that by the price in terms of quantum of the volume, so keep a watch on AstraZeneca. And always another stocks which is yet not breaking out of the consolidation is Bajaj Auto. So daily it's going above this. The last 5 days, the spikes are coming. So check with your averages 10, 20, and 50 whether some averages are there or not there. Right? Another stocks which is a market mover is Reliance. After this strong move, now we are having an inside day. So if this high is being breached over here, we can consider this as a breakout trade in Reliance. So keep a watch on yesterday's high and we'll start with 60. So 28 is the Friday's low. We'll go to 15 and then we go to 5. So on the upside, the resistance levels are only around yesterday's high. So as far as the supports are concerned, you have multiple supports in Reliance. So a bit aggressive will be this one. Fine. And below that is around the 78% this candle over here. So I'll remove this and I will, see the morning, I'm taking this one around the 78 levels or price breakout above this, either of the two. In between, we avoid trading. So that's Reliance. And among the sectorial indices, let's go and check it on the daily chart. Nifty IT, the consolidation was breached on the upside. So your IT stocks are buy on declines at support. So we were doing that day, excuse me, and we say this consolidation, we don't know whether it's an accumulation or a distribution. But with the accumulation, it broke on the upside. So it turned out to be a accumulation. And your IT stocks are buy on dips or decline. So IT index is showing strength. Bank, we did it in details. Lever, FMCG index made this lower lever. Right. So lever contributed big way into the FMCG. So lever is a good, see, it's a boring stock, but if you get it at the right price and patience to hold it, because targets in lever don't come in 5, 10, 15 minutes. They take one full day. Right? So that way, lever, yes. And to see whether you have patience or not as a trader is to the only test out there is start trading lever. If you are too fidgety in your trade of lever, that means as a day trader, you don't have patience. If you are willing to wait for throughout the day for either your stop loss being hit or target being achieved, or you're waiting for your entry level, that says that as a trade trader, you have developed patience. So I always advise, please trade lever. Lever is the thing which tells you your personality, whether you have developed patience as a day trader or you have still not developed the patience as a day trader. Because lever is one such stocks which take one full day for either of the three entry, stop loss or target being hit, or you wait till 3:30, you might not even get an entry. So start trading lever, because that's the stock which will tell you about your personality, whether you have developed patience or not. Otherwise, there is no way to say whether as a day trader, do you have the patience or you don't have the patience, right? So lever is one such stocks which give you your person. You can do your personality test just by trading lever. Then we have pharma. It had a pharma was into a gone into a consolidation. Fine. So let's see whether pharma takes out this high. And today is the day for pharma stocks. So we can say the pharma index have made a double bottom around here. So Biocon in all your pharma did undergo correction on Friday. Fine. So if this high gets taken out, you have a resumption of a rally. But ultimately, pharma good buy on dips or declines because a longer term, sorry, this is day trading, so we can't speak much on a longer term. So pharma stocks, if you are getting it at a support levels, they are a good buy, no harm in it, right? So let me open the sector itself. This is Biocon, right? I remember some of you traded the breakout over here. So Biocon, it breaks the all-time high, sees a rally and a consolidation. Again, breaks the all-time high, consolidation. And again, Biocon is at the all-time high. So this is a typical tendency among the IT. Biocon is the strongest. So since it's now coming around the all-time high, fine. You are seeing such tails on the upside, but once it takes out this, you'll see another burst in price for a day or two. So Biocon, if you have identified good support levels for the day or if it retraces or a breakout, it's a good buy. So on a 60 minutes, I would take this as a support and just let me check whether, yeah, it's coming around 78 ATR. So no harm in it, right? So this is Biocon. And once you identify this, just go to alerts, select the script. See, this level may come today, may not come today, it may come after 2 days, it doesn't matter. But once you have done it, push an alert. So, which is around 4 I'll write 428 and I will click on add. So whenever that price comes, your alert will be triggered out there. It's a 60-minute support along with you have the 78% retracement running. So it makes it gives added comfort to you as far as the support levels is concerned. Fine. First, let's check daily to get a view. Yeah, even Oro, it dipped and then you had a long tail. So now buying is emerging in pharma stocks. Now Cadila is at this support. It came down, rallied, fine. So pharma is showing, this is Cipla. So pharma, the way it's shaping up, it looks like it's getting ready. So Cipla, you have last 4 days high. So 436 breaks. Let's see. So I wouldn't take a breakout trade there, but I would wait for some support levels in Cipla to come there. So this is the basic. Fine. So I would suggest Cipla is a good Cipla. So such stocks you can just go with your multiple moving averages. PSU banks, auto. Let's check auto index also daily. So none of the indices are showing some. So I don't think what will. Yeah, pre-opening market is open 61 points up. Right. Metals is the one which has breached the consolidation. So there is a bit of metals are under pressure, I would say. Other than metals, even media is range bound. Financial services like always. So other than metals, which has breached this consolidation, fine. So rest everything is looking okay or fine. So now let us set up the charts. Once give me a minute, I'll just open my application. The pre-opening is showing market will gap up or open on a strong note. Because Nifty is 60 points up. See, if you are a day trader, fine, you have to wait for have to have patience in many of the stocks. But you say you can't ignore Reliance. Reliance is as good as your index. And by daily trading into Reliance, you get a feel or a hang of the market itself. Because if Reliance move by 5 rupees, it creates that green bar on your Nifty. So if you take Reliance and Nifty side by side, you will see that Reliance is having a strong impact on the markets. So, so let me set up all the four. Sorry, Nifty, the Bank Nifty, And when markets open strong, if I have not analyzed that stock, if you see the 5 or 15 minutes high being breached, fine, no harm in taking a trade because those are the quick trades at the first hour in the morning. And don't sit out on the trades. They open show strength, hit the 22 ATR on the upside, like Biocon did on Friday, and then pull off during the day. Fine. Then I'll bring in Reliance. So this is Reliance. Then we talked about Astra today. So let's bring in Astra. Fine. So it doesn't matter how many stocks. So once you have decided on it in the morning hour, make sure all the stocks are all the stocks are there in front of you. Then as the day progresses, see, generally I am more of an index trader and I just select one stock. It could be Lever on some day so far, some day it could be Biocon. Yeah, and Reliance is always there. So you can say I'm an index and a Reliance trader, and in between I bring in one stock which I think will make sense to trade on that particular day. So such stocks are either a Lever or some TCS few days back, or let's say Biocon, fine. So that way, if you are a day trader, it's a very see. I look for all the stocks. Reliance Nifty and Bank Nifty. There will be trades on any given day and any point of time for a day trader's move. Apart from this, you can include two to three. That means you scan all the Nifty 50 stocks. You are aware of it, looking at it, fine. But on a given day, it could be consolidation that you're expecting a breakout. It could be a support of a moving average, so you'll buy a dip. So you can select 2 to 5 such stocks in which it's on a rolling basis. Let's say today, if it's TCS, see, earlier I was focusing only on Biocon Lever apart from Nifty, Bank Nifty, and Reliance. So I was getting my trades in both. So now today I have bought in AstraZeneca, fine. But Lever still remains, Biocon still remains. After this, I may bring in TCS or Infosys or ICICI Bank, something which you think you understand that that particular day the stock is relevant for that day's trading based on some formation, which could be a breakout or a retracement or a daily support. If stocks hit daily support, I just trade them intraday because daily support in a strong market is a larger time frame support level. So that way you can have a fixed screen as far as the Nifty, Bank Nifty, Reliance is concerned. The fourth one can be a mix of 4 stocks which you think makes sense for you to trade on that particular day based on what it has happened, based on how the stock has shaped up. Right? So earlier I trade M&M, but with not that big a luck. So I got stopped out around this basis. Right? So it makes sense for again to us to bring in M&M around this base. So we have seen around this base, it is giving us. So I'm just telling you how to select those stocks outside Nifty, Bank Nifty, and Reliance. Right? So M&M is just trading at this base. So when it comes at this base, it makes sense for me to buy. Or if it breaks above this high, see breakouts, I wouldn't take because if breakout happens around 22 levels, then there's very little left in it for me to trade. Or for example, let's take Asian Paints. Right? So when this high was being breached, it's again an all-time high being breached. So that if it matches or gives you opportunity intraday. So that day, this high all-time high was breached in the afternoon, 2 o'clock, right? So then you had the swift rally. So then you can include one or two such stocks which you think there will be action in those stocks based on technical events. Here it was breaking the 52 weeks high. And again, on a Friday when it came here, the 52-week high itself acted as a support. Again, it gave you some 10 to 15 rupees as a day trader. So your screen is fixed, Nifty, Bank Nifty, Reliance, and the fourth one is a rotating one. You can bring in any of the stocks which you think you want to trade. Some technical events have happened in those set of stocks, right? So I'll just stay quiet for a while and I'll bring in Lever. Reliance is there. Sorry, Astra. So let market open, some few seconds left. Has market opened or yeah? AstraZeneca didn't give us an opportunity itself to press orders. Straight at the open, the stock is up 9%. So now you see, if you start, somebody, yeah, Tulsianji yesterday called me up. Now, I don't think Tulsianji is today there in the session. Let me check. Pralavji, are you there? See, Pralavji, yesterday we had a talk. So this is what you say. See, swing trading is just an extension of day trading. By clearly looking at the stocks as a day trader, you're looking at stocks very keenly. So Pralavji, if you are watching AstraZeneca and if you bought even on a Friday, there was no harm in it in a BTST. Fine, because the stock was in a strong uptrend. And today the stock at the open itself is up 9%. So now, sir, you understood what when I said your swing trading is nothing but an extension of day trading. So this way you can take those decisions for your swing trade. So if you're a swing trade, you have to track the markets daily, whether you trade intraday or not, fine. So I would club intraday and swing as both the same. So now what's the point in looking AstraZeneca at as a day trader, right? It has just raised up. So will it hit a circuit again today or not, or stuff like that? Even if so let me remove everything since Reliance is around that breakout level. So even if I'm talking some trade comes as per your levels, please go ahead and take those trades. Fine. See, the stock has to move up today. So it has crossed the opening high. So stop itself becomes 43760. So again, it moved by another 1%. So this is the problem with stocks which are the volume is not there. Suddenly buying comes and the stock just keeps on rallying higher, right? So then you can place the stop loss at the opening low. And then the momentum can in such stocks continue throughout the day. If I see the buying or the selling, yeah, there are sellers of one share, 5 shares, and buyers are coming in. Reliance, don't jump in, have patience for it to break this high. And when market opens so strong, as we have seen, your first 5 minutes or 15 minutes, bar becomes crucial. And I would just take 5 minutes, at least let from 5 minutes be open. It could be any stock. Fine, if you want to trade aggressively the morning hour, if the 5 minutes high is taken out, then whatever was the low in your first 5 minutes becomes the stop loss to ride the morning hour momentum. Let's check lever, it's negative. Right? So now this is lever. Let's say how you will trade, right? So once this 5 minutes or a 15 minutes. See, when markets are too strong, if I wait for first 15 minutes, I may miss out on trades. So I don't mind taking the first 5 minutes. If the first 5 minute candle is being made, in stocks like lever, you don't have that much strong momentum. So this was on a Friday. Let's say the first 5 minutes candle has been made, fine. So, and market, if it's positive, you just take this break of the first 5 minutes candle high with this, with the that day itself low as the stop loss for the morning hour momentum. Fine. This is lever. So let it get formed. So now it has got formed. Fine. Let's go and check Reliance. So this is how you trade those morning hour momentum. Just go to 5 minutes, drop a line here. So all 5 minutes candle has been formed. So the strong gap up in the markets. So everybody is using the data, so it's getting clocked. Fine. Sorry, I was talking of relaxing. So then the first, yeah, once the first 5 minutes candles get formed, I'll just go to the first 5 minutes. So this is Reliance. If it takes out this high, then this becomes your stop loss. It's big. We can't help it because that's how it is. Right. Then you see a flurry of activity in such stock backed by the momentum which you're seeing in the market in the morning hour. So at least I wait for the first 5 minutes candle to get formed. Or if I see Reliance has now given a break. So then they just climb higher and higher and higher. Then they don't give you that opportunity to buy low. So in a very strong market, which is open the way it is right now, so Reliance is now pushing the market side. So the first 5 minutes, 42, 48, 49, 50. So it's good enough 50 is there. So 8 rupees in the morning you got, get out of it, fine. So either you can place your stop now at the ATP. So this is I have noticed. If you wait and watch, you're going to miss out your trades in the morning hour. So the 5 minutes candle in a very strong markets or a positive markets, the first 15 minutes candles are your very crucial levels. So now don't go and look left over here at these resistance. They have no meaning. No meaning in the sense they have relevance, but not as far as your trading is concerned. The first 5 minutes itself, if it breaks, it gives you those day traders profit. Fine. So when markets are very strong, just keep this in mind. And then either it can be a big flyer like Reliance has done. So I typically wait for this, and this is what a market behavior is. The first 5 minutes candle in a very strong market, like right now, we open gapped up 75 points for a positive market. Let's say had we opened 20, 25 points, we wouldn't have been aggressive to trade a 5 minutes candle. We would have waited for the first 15 minutes candles to be over, then take a trade. Yeah, but in a very strong market, first 5 minutes candle are decent enough for you to give your trades. Lever first 5 minutes, it broke the low. So there was no momentum in the morning. It's just opposite. Look at Reliance and look at lever. See, once you start using this, you'll get your confidence and your conviction in your day trading. Currently, some are trading, some are wait and watch, fine. I'll just put both side by side. So it's function of the market strength, whether and Reliance has just raced away. The Reliance crossed the first 5 minutes and it raced higher. Lever, I didn't pick a momentum trade because first 5 minutes it breached this low. Is it fine to buy a retracement on lever? Yes, let it come down, let it retrace to a support and buy. So this is the way to say when market opened, where did money flow in? Money flow into Reliance. Where did it get out of it? It got out of lever. 4 morning hour trades. So your 5 minutes candle, when a very strong opening is there, holds the key. Fine. Clear, everybody? Yeah, Sitaramanji, that's what I'm saying. If it gap up, first 5 minutes candle, wait for only for Reliance. If it takes out this high, your long entries there, stop loss will be that candle's low. That is a typical setup out there. This candle's low. Is it clear? Uh, Mr. Shetty, is it clear, sir? And such markets are not on a day-to-day basis, but yeah, Reliance is showing this tendency always. Uh, uh, Mr. Shetty, I think, is not there. He asked the questions, but okay. So, Madhur says Reliance at 22. Yeah, yeah, Madhur. So if you're buying such breakouts with this as a stop, your 22 itself becomes your target. You are absolutely fine, right? So this way you see, if you're plan prepared and you're willing to take a trade, first 15 minutes, if you made your trade on Reliance, and if your day trader's profit has been, you shut down your computer, no point in even spending time. Strong markets, either you get your trades in the first 15 minutes in and out, or then most of the trades which you get are not that quality is good. So now if I take, so lever, start trading lever. Lever will tell you whether you have patience or not, mark your support, resistance and stuff like that. Right? Entry price will be the low of the second candle. No, sir. And mark my word, this is only for a strong momentum stock like Reliance or some stocks where the breakout is there. When markets, if you see, has gapped up 70, 80 points, so the opening is strong, sir. Okay, Mr. Shetty. So once first 5 minutes high gets taken out, that's your entry. Once you have taken, once you have taken this trade, so once you are taking this breakout, this low has already been formed. So this becomes your entry. This low is your stop loss, and typically we have seen it hits 22 ATR, which is your target in the first 15 minutes or first hour of the trading. Is it clear, Mr. Shetty? And such entries we only get when markets are gapping up strongly, or a short trade when markets are gapping down strongly. Mr. Shetty, if it's clear, just give me a okay or a yes. Mr. Siddharama Shetty, sir, I'm waiting for it. So once this high is crossed, 22 is crossed, let's see whether it hits 180 today or not. Reliance, fine. Not clear? Okay. See, this is a 5 minutes. Now let me remove all. Fine. Market has opened, Reliance is open. This is a 5 minutes chart, sir. Right? Market has opened strong, is showing strength in the morning. So your 5 minutes candle has formed. Right? So the first 5 minutes candle has been formed. So I drop a line at that high. So at this point, when first 5 minutes candle is being breached by the next candle, so this is your entry at the second candle, and the second candle's low itself is your stop loss. And typically such momentums in the morning hour carry till the 22% retracement. That is your target. Now it is clear, sir? Yeah, it is the high of the first candle. If the high of the first candle is breached, your entry is triggered. Is it clear, Mr. Shetty? If the high of this candle is cleared, your entry is triggered. The low of this candle becomes your stop loss. So if you have to place this trade, it's an entry. This low stop loss, 22 ATR target. Clear, Mr. Shetty? If yes, just give me a yes. And one trade Reliance, like 42, 52, 10, 12 rupees I made. More than that, I'm out of the trade, or trail your stop loss. Book 50% profit. Do whatever you want in terms of trade, but your day is made. Okay, Mr. Shetty says yes. So I'll not take much of your time. So we'll end the session today. So in strong markets, previous days, whatever plan you had made, uh, will take time for your support to come, but take such breakout trades, fine. We had also seen pharma. So the today is more of if I can get a trade in Reliance, fine. So now if I get any trades as per the rules which we had seen, I will just put it in the group, fine. So again, we'll meet Pralavji. Now you understood why day swing trading is an extension of day trading. The way you saw AstraZeneca firing up in the morning with a strong gap of fight. That means you track those stocks and you know certain, then it becomes very easy your swing trades if you follow the markets daily. So if I find any of the stocks interesting, I'll just post it in the group and see if you're a day trader, get into the habit of watching only Nifty, Bank Nifty, and Reliance. And then the fourth chart in your screen could be anything, something which you're planning to buy at support, because these three have momentum in the morning, right? As a day trader, what you are looking for. Rest of the stocks will test your patience. Always have a basket of 5 stocks. Something might be relevant on a day. So today Astra didn't give me an opportunity. It just opened 10% up. Fine. Let's say HCL Tech is up 5% today. I don't know why it gapped up so strongly. Possibly, I think those somebody might not be owning in the fund or stuff like that. The mutual fund rules which have come. Fine. Whether all the stocks, TCS is flat, Wipro is flat. Let me check Infi. Infi is up. Fine. So on that note, I end. If I find something interesting, I'll post it in the group. Again, repeat, if you're a day trader, Nifty, Bank Nifty, Reliance should always be there in front of your screen. And the fourth screen, keep on changing. It could be lever one day, Biocon one day, or a set of 5 or 8 stocks which you think you are following and you are expecting some technical events or a crossover or a breakout and you want to trade. So on that note, Reliance made a day today at the open. It was a 5 minutes breakout trade, which worked beautifully fine. Madhu took that trade. So on that note, we end the session. Thanks and have a nice day.